I got it. All right. So I'm just going to announce again that we are here. We've just had a beautiful sharing circle on our first new moon of 2024, January the 11th. And so just again welcoming those who may be joining us later and watching and participating in this circle energetically. So yeah, a beautiful group here tonight from across Canada, and also some friends joining us from south of the border, and even in, was it New Mexico, Loretta? You said that you are. Yeah, cool. So got really good. We've got her covered. We at least have North and Central America covered now. And so whatever we're doing here tonight, we're anchoring in this Starkeeper energy, all over this great continent of ours. So very excited about that. So I want to also say thank you to all of you who showed up today, but also those of you who um, feel called to support this work financially and in other ways. Um, I love it when I hear back that there are some of you who are pretty good at sending me little notes telling me what's happened, or some um, something that's occurred that you attribute to the work that we do in this circle. And I love those kinds of notes, and just knowing that in between our circles that there's still things happening, right? And that we're still connected. I love, as I said at the beginning, the threads of connection that we weave when we come together regularly and in this way. I think it's so beautiful. And to me, this is the work of the new earth, right? This is the gift of this technology that allows us to gather in real time and forge these energetic connections across the 3D world. So so tonight I'm not going to talk a whole lot about the Capricorn moon. I did share a bit about it um, in my newsletter, but again, as um, one of you shared, about the power to the people. Oh, that was Sophie talked about that. Yeah, this is a time. Well, the astrologers are saying when they're of course, and this is a longer process. This is many years, and but the age of Aquarius, this is where we are now. That's been foretold and awaited for a long time, when we would move to a very different way of living on the planet. And so we are here to midwife that new earth, and navigating through all the destruction and the chaos and the confusion of a civilization that is falling apart. It's crumbling, because it can't be, it's truly not sustainable energetically, but perhaps even more important, it's not who we are anymore. And it's not who we are becoming, because that's the whole point of us being here in 3D time, is that we are here to evolve into a higher and more conscious and powerful human. This is a time of when a new human would be birthed on the planet, and this has been foretold by many teachers and prophets and seers who saw what was to come. Yeah, we are evolving, and so our external world has to shift and crumble, because it's a reflection of who we were, and no longer fits. This more conscious, light-filled, compassionate, kind, innovative, curious, amazingly um, amazingly connected, spiritually connected human being, which is our destiny. We all have the codes for that. And so the Menike initiations reflect that. And these are the codes of the humans, that the great teachers, and in the Peruvian tradition, they're called the Leka. But 30,000 years ago, the story goes, they crossed the Bering Straits um, from Siberia and came down into North America, went all the way down the East Coast and also the West Coast. So they, navigated across the Arctic and came down this coast as well. And so those Leka carried carried a body of knowledge and a body of processes that had within it the understanding of this great change and what it was we were here to do, why we had been created and seated here on this planet. So there's a great body of knowledge that goes along with those initiations. And so tonight, the initiation is the eighth of the nine rites of the Menike, and it's the Starkeeper rite. So I'm just going to spend a little time talking about, just giving you a little summary of what this rite it's about. Of course, it's a taste. All of these can be unpacked, and there's so much wisdom and knowledge, and also processes that involved in these rites. But the Starkeeper rite, so the last two rites, so this is the eighth and there are nine. These are the rites of the time to come. So remember, the first four were the foundation rites that laid the foundational energetic um, architecture upon which all the later rites would build. And then there were the lineage rites. That was the day keeper, the wisdom keeper, and then the earth keeper. So there were three of those. And they connect you with specific lineages, lineages of luminous beings, not of physical beings. They may have been incarnate on the earth at some point, but within the spiritual hierarchy, there are levels. There are levels of spiritual beings there, and so those rites connected you to those to those. They're almost like more earth centric. But now we're moving to this one, the last two rites, and the Starkeeper rite specifically is really about the cosmos. It's bigger than the earth. And again, if you think of these as all as spiritual hierarchies, and within each of those hierarchies are luminous beings who have responsibility for different aspects of the creation. And so they have like particular roles, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger the further up you go. Um, and so this particular rite, the Starkeeper, anchors you safely to the time after the great shift. And so that great shift, began more or less around 2012, according to the Mayan calendar. And we're in the midst of the great shift now. And people differ in terms of, when they think this great shift is going to last. We know that the age of Aquarius is about 2,500 years. So, who knows, right? The great shift is not going to end. We will not be here for the whole thing. We're going to have to come back, reincarnate on Earth again. Because I suspect that these bodies that we're all holding now will probably need to be shed. They might be worn out before we'll wear them out making this great shit. Um, so yeah, so I can't say much about when the great shift is going to end, but we're in the middle of it. So when we receive this light, this rite in particular, it begins to really affect the physical body. It's like it quickens the acceleration of that evolution into the Homo luminous, Alberta would call the next the next version of the human being, and it activates at the cellular level a body that, you know, lives differently, dies differently, and so the it also really affects the aging process. It slows it down, and you actually become resistant to diseases you were once vulnerable to. Now, I'm feeling called to just say something here about the organic human as opposed to the artificial human. And as as Rinsky shared, you know, about the research that's been done, that's been being done for a very long time. It's been documented since um, since World War II, and what we know and the work that was being done by the Nazis. And that's, you know, that's continuing. And so there's all kinds of research still happening. What I feel very strongly about is that this is a bifurcation time when we're choosing to stay with Mother Earth and with our organic nature, which is our divinely encoded, in-souled um, blueprint that came from the divine. The Saphaya story from the Nag Hammadi text, the story of where we originated from, where we truly came from. That origin story is the most powerful one that I have ever come across. And that story within it, if you don't know it, then I invite you to go check out John Lamb Lash and his Sophia story. He has a book called Not in His Image, which is a very thick book, but very powerful. And you can also find out more about it. However, back to our body and our physical body evolving to change into that of Homo luminous, which is more angel-like. We are actually, humans are considered, you know, at one level of the angelic realm. This is our destiny to evolve. But like at the time of Atlantis, we are free will beings and we get to choose. And so we have in our infinite wisdom, all of us collectively, created this world where we get to choose all the time. You know, there's no um, judgment from the divine about what our choices are. We get to choose the way and the timing uh, of our evolution. So just want to say that, you know, we get to choose to stay with Gaia and stay as organic human beings with all of the gifts and the potential that was encoded into us, or we can choose to the path of artificiality and you know, technology, and to, you know, have ourselves the transhumanism. If you've not heard of that, you might want to go check it out. And that, you know, there are people on the earth who are really pushing us to go and giving us those choices. So just saying that this rite connects us in with the relationship, the divine relationship between Mother Earth and the Sun, and our organic, our original, divine, blueprinted um, evolutionary potential. That's what we're talking about here. So we have a commitment, right, to our spiritual development. You wouldn't be here in this group if you didn't. And the spiritualization of matter, of like this physical body and all of the physical world, is the ascension journey for humanity and for all sentient beings actually on the planet. That's what it's all about. So Alberto used to share that once he received these rites, that he no longer, and I have found this as well. I found this when I get a cold or a flu, that I'm not processing things just at the physical level anymore. Um, so that, you know, when I get a cold, I realized that it was a clearing, that I was undergoing a spiritual clearing. an energetic clearing and could process it more at that energetic level. And I found that I wouldn't be as sick as long. Like it would just wash through me sometimes, like in a day or a few hours, as opposed to a week or two, right? Being out with it. Now, and I have had times when I've, been affected for a week or two as well. So I'm not, it's not about to judge it, but there is something that starts to shift. Your cells are able to hold more energy and pure light, which is coming through our sun. So anyway, I'll talk a little bit more about the sun, and you'll get to experience it in the journey that I'm going to lead you on after the transmission. So it helps us to start to live and to process all the events that occur in your life at a higher level, and at the level of spirit and energy, as opposed to psychologically trying to figure it out and fighting with it and resisting. And the conversation, the things you've shared here tonight, tell me that this group is a pretty spiritually evolved group, and we understand about those levels, and we're learning, right? We're learning because we're not there yet, or we have ascended by already, and so we're still learning. So when you receive these last two rites here, this is about acquiring, not to panic, but about acquiring stewardship of the time to come and the future generations. That means that what gets activated within you is that deeper purpose and meaning of your life in that long term, in that it isn't just about you here now, and we're always learning that, but this initiation starts to awaken that perception of our possible future, and it also will help us warn us about the dangers and the opportunities, right? But the horrors and the beauty. So it is the awareness. So as we shift and gradually shift into this higher level of consciousness and our physical body and its capacities to track and to perceive, to understand and be able to take in a bigger picture. This is very much about ego vision, which is the ego who flies the highest and sees the big picture, right, as well as the details. And so the journey related to this rite that you will take later or have an opportunity to share with me is an eagle journey, right? So it's the awareness of the prophets who do not only know the prophecy from a distance, but take an active role in affecting change for a better destiny. So this, in a way, opens the doorway to lucidly participate in our own evolution from Homo sapiens to Homo luminous. Anyway, that's a big mouthful. But I wanted to share that and hopefully give you a little sense of what this rite is about energetically. So, um, unfortunately, we don't have Murdoch here tonight. I think I told you that he's another commitment, and also we're missing our beautiful sister Janet, who often has been able to hold space for this transmission. But we have Carolyn here and Gail, and who else? Catherine. Um, I know you've all received this initiation. Rinsky, have you received these Meneki rites before? You have. So there you go. We've got lots of people who, and Annalise, welcome, Annalise. You also have received these initiations before. So we've got like some really fertile ground here tonight for anchoring this in. So for those who are new, if you haven't got a candle lit, I invite you to get a candle and have one. because after you receive the transmission, I invite you to do a little fire. I have a little fire connection, a little fire ritual. That's one way. Physical fire, the element of fire, is one thing that feeds your energy field and will actually feed those energetic rites as you receive them. So always invite you to do regular little fire rituals. So I will lead you in that after the transmission. So the order is I'm going to open sacred space. I'm going to invite us to do a little chanting. And then I'm going to lead you into the transmission process. So I'll just talk you through it about, position, where your hands might be and all of that to receive this energetic transmission. And then after that, I will lead you into the journey. And the journey is intended to help you embody, shift to that level of imagination, right? Which is one of our most powerful superpowers, is our ability to imagine and to perceive and to connect ourselves to a different reality. And then after that, somewhere in there, feed your right and come back and close sacred space. And then there's a little time for sharing at the end, if you'd like. So let's begin. If you've got your candle lit, I'm going to open sacred space. That's how we always begin. We always work in sacred space with an invocation of the forces of creation and putting ourselves in the middle of that field that has brought all of the cosmos into form, and then all of the spiritual realms as well. So we like to make sure we're on the right side and in right relationship, as we say, with the forces, with the big guys and girls, because they're not just masculine. We know we need both the female and the masculine, right, to bring new life, to create something new. So that's true through all, as below, so in heaven. So we just want to align ourselves with that field and call in all of the spiritual support and helpers that we have access to. And we have access to a lot. So if you have a rattle, or if you have a drum or a bell, whatever you'd like to do, I invite you to use it. And also to, if you can, to actually move yourself around and face the directions. And if you don't know for sure which direction is east or west, for example, just intend, okay, now this feels like the east and I'm facing the east. And also Mother Earth, to bend down to touch Mother Earth and sky. Oh, lovely. Teresa's brought her crystal bowl. Beautiful. Thank you. All right, because remember, sound is pleasing to the spirits, right? Our voice, which is why chanting and singing is so powerful. And June, you talk about, sound healing. Sound heals. Is simply finding the right vibration for, what needs to be cleared. So using our voices, really good. And bringing any kind of sound to the process strengthens our call and our connection to the invisible realms. They respond to it. That's why prayer is so powerful. All right, so I'm going to use my spirit water here. And we're going to start with Mother Earth, bending down, and even if you just bend down and touch the earth, Pachamama, great mother, thank you, thank you, thank you for bringing us this far, mother. Thank you for being the mother who's never left us, always been here, holding us in your heart, mother. Thank you. We've come here tonight for the healing of all of your children, mother, and especially for us human ones who have so have so much to learn still. Thank you for your patience and for your love. And thank you to all our kin, mother, all your children, the stone people, the plant people, the furred, the finned, and the winged ones, four-legged, two-legged, many-legged, creepy crawlers. Thank you. Thank you to all those relatives. And we're here for the healing of all of us. Thank you, mother. Thank you. Oh. And then I invite you to move to the north. Turn to the north. Spirits of the north, great forces of the north, we call on you to come. You who are the great journeyers, you who come as a hummingbird, as a whale, as a salmon, all you who know the way, who know the way. We invite you to be here tonight and to bring our ancestors, grandmothers, grandfathers, ancient ones. When we honor you, ancestors, as we invite you to come and to warm your hands by our fires, we honor you for all that you have done, all that you have experienced so that we could be here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We invite you to help us continue to find our right place in the circle of life. Thank you. Ho. And then turning to the east. Spirits of the east. We call on you to come, you who fly high as a great eagle or condor, you who fly the highest. Come to us from the place of the rising sun and hold us under your great wings. Show us the tops of the mountains, the view from those mountain tops, how to dream high, how to dream big, how to see wider and higher than we've ever seen before. At this time when everything seems, to be crumbling, help us see the gifts and the opportunities. Help us see the truth. Give us clarity. Help us see clearly what needs to be seen so that we can choose, we can make choices that are in alignment with the highest and best good of all life everywhere. And we say thank you. Thank you for your strong eyes, for your great claws, and for that keen eyesight. Thank you. Bring those gifts to us now. Ho. And then turning to the south. Spirits of the south, we call on you to come. Great healer, you who come as a great serpent, that one who knows how to shed the old skin so that a new skin can be born. As we are here now with our old stories and our old wounds, learning how to see them clearly and how to let them go, how to release these old skins and step into new beauty and new strength and new passion. Thank you. Thank you for teaching us how to be belly to belly, how to walk gently on the great Pachamama. Thank you. Thank you. We invite you to be here with us tonight to help us do this shedding, which we've already begun to do, shedding the old, stepping into the new. Thank you and welcome. Ho. Turning to the west now. Spirits of the west. You who are the great protector spirits, you who come in the form of a jaguar, pad round this medicine space, this circle that we've created here tonight. Pad round us and teach us your ways of walking with impeccability in the world, letting our words be true and to be true to our word. For teaching us how to be fearless, how to be courageous in facing the challenges and the limits of what we perceive to be, and all of the monsters that rear their ugly heads in our lives, things that are hard to look at. Thank you. Thank you for helping us remember who we really are and who we are becoming, who we are becoming. Thank you, great Jaguar and spirits of the West, for helping us and walking with us over that rainbow bridge into who we are becoming, to go beyond death and to die to what needs to die so we can be reborn. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that promise of renewal, that promise of new life. And thank you for being with us at this time of great transition on the earth. Hope, hope. Turning to the heavens above, we turn to and acknowledge all the luminaries, our teams of helping spirits, all the levels of higher spiritual levels of luminous beings, archangels, ascended masters, avatars, all those guardians and guides and teachers who walk with us and protect us and guide us. And we also call upon the great mountain spirits, great Atu Intis, the great central sun, and all of the suns. We call upon them to be here with us, the great Apus to hold us, and in particular the Atun, Apu, the ones that hold and safeguard these rites and the sacred mountain traditions. And we call upon all our own guardian mountains that know us and protect us. Thank you. And we call upon the lineage of the Leka that hold and have been holding the wisdom of this initiation, this Starkeeper initiation tonight. Oh, and we acknowledge, of course, Grandmother Moon, who's in our dark phase tonight, teaching us about the power of the dark, how not to be afraid of the dark, what seems dark. Out of that, all new life emerges, reminding us that we spent the first 9 months of our life in the dark. Thank you. And thank you to Father, Son, and all the star nations who are also on their ascension journey. Thank you. Thank you. And we ask tonight for the blessing as we travel and connect with the sun, and with the great stars, our local star, and all the other stars. Maybe Sirius in particular, because it is our spiritual sun. Thank you. Call upon the Syrian beings of benevolent beings, light, to be here with us as well. Thank you. And to the great Spirit, who is the great mystery, known by many names across time and space, known by many names, great originator of all life, the great super intelligence that brought all of us here and all of life into being, all of the manifest world, organized all the hierarchies of spiritual beings. Thank you. Thank you. We ask for your blessing tonight to hold us here in your light, safe and opening within us all the pathways, all the remembering, activating whatever needs to be turned on, right down to the molecular and cellular level, all our organs, our muscles, our body, all our systems. We ask tonight for a great reset in the best possible way of our organic earth bodies. We say thank you, and so be it, and so it is. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I think I'm going to invite you to, for now, let's just do an Om. Om is the sound of creation, and it contains all the other sounds, bringing them into harmony and alignment. So I'm just going to invite you to keep yourself muted, uh, and let's just do 3 Oms together, and you can just follow me. And yeah, just 3 Oms. But bringing just taking a nice big deep breath and just letting it go. And as you let it go, just releasing any tension that is still lingering in your body. And with a second nice big deep inhale and exhale, just releasing all the thoughts, everything that it took for you to get here, your day. And just releasing anything that does not serve, need to be here. And then on a third nice big deep inhale, just bringing yourself fully into this present moment. Feeling your body. I want you to just uncross your legs, let your feet rest, or you can have them crossed. You can have your legs crossed, but if you're sitting, then have your feet, the soles of your feet on the floor. Really feeling your sit bones, like you're really present down there, feeling that root chakra, between your legs, the base of your spine. And so our 3 Oms together. So first one, inhale, Om. Just feeling how that vibration resonates throughout your body. Okay, so now I'm going to invite you to turn your video off for the actual transmission. And as I said, I will guide you through it. And I'll also turn off my video. You can just, you won't get distracted. All right. So you can be seated, like I said, cross-legged or with your feet on the floor, but in a relaxed and comfortable position. I invite you to open your palms, have them face up on your thighs. And I'm just going to first just call in and set myself, make myself ready to be the channel for this to come through today. I start with a prayer to Pachamama, Great Spirit. Today I come to initiate my sisters and brothers and those who have gathered here today and those who will listen later, and initiate them into the Starkeeper, Rite, and wisdom teachings. I ask that this will bless and heal them and awaken within them whatever needs to be awakened and activated at this time. And I say thank you. Thank you. And I'm now opening my personal sacred space over the group, creating a group avatar. It includes those who will join later, and receive this transmission later, or watch and listen. Opening the channel, the top of your crown of your head. And then balancing the divine masculine and divine feminine energy within you. Now, energetically, I'm coming to sit in front of you and activating your three centers. So first, your center of manifestation, your belly. Tuku, Yankai, Nyak, Tuku, Yankai, Nyak. And come into your heart center, opening and activating power of love, compassion. Tuku, Munai, Nyak, Tuku, Munai, Nyak. Now coming to your forehead, your center of wisdom, of right knowing. Tuku, Yakai, Tuku, Yakai. And now I'm energetically leaning my head, my forehead into yours. This transmission happens third eye to third eye. So just bringing your head forward to meet mine. Hmm. And so now the energy is slowly withdrawing. These beings have been working to bring this frequency, this energy in. I'm going to invite you to lean into your fire, into your candle, and feed this rite that you've just received by bringing the energy of the flame into your belly chakra, just using your hands to feed and just sweep that light and that energy of fire into your belly and into your heart and into your forehead, into your third eye, where this transmission happened today. And wherever else feels good to bring that fire. Knowing that fire is a great transformer, transmutes and changes everything it touches. It breaks down the heavy energy, combust heavy energy, and little rituals with fire, letting go rituals are very effective. I invite you to do them regularly. You can put a little piece of paper in the flame, write something on it. You can blow the energy, fear and anger, sadness. Sometimes we need to sit with those, but when it's like, okay, breath will help you combust as well. So breathing, any kind of breath work, and that's why breathing into something and placing it into the fire actually begins it's a alchemical process that's very ancient. Our ancestors knew about this power of fire. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to just stay in that comfortable position. And with a few deep breaths now, we're going to ask and invite you to allow Mother Earth to hold you while you take a journey to the stars. I'm going to lead you on this journey. So we're going to begin our journey in some foothills. As you walk out under the big blue sky. So here you are walking the base of some hills. And you hear the cry of an eagle. And you look up to see her flying overhead. She's circling now. And with every circle, this eagle moves closer, moves down, down, closer to you. And so you reach up with your arms towards the eagle and allow the eagle, again using your imagination, allow that eagle to swoop you up onto her shoulders. And you're flying now with this eagle. As she flies, you stretch out your arms, and you and the eagle become one. You flap your wings and you feel the power of the muscles and the feathers against the wind. You climb higher and higher in the sky, until you've actually burst out into the cold blackness of space. But in the distance, you see now our local star, the sun. And so you fly towards the sun. As you get closer, you begin to see the fire and the leaping flames of the sun. You prepare yourself and you fly into the heat and the bright light, feeling the flames lick at you, but you're not burned. You continue to fly to the molten center of the sun and greet the beings who live there. And as you connect with those beings, you see a curtain of golden liquid that they invite you to draw it back, this golden curtain. And behind there, you discover a wormhole that connects the sun to every other star in the universe. You discover a family of stars, all connected to each other, so that you're able to move from one star to another instantly. And so you play with this a bit. You play and just explore these stars, these wormholes. And as you've been playing with this, sensing how amazing this reality is, a whole new reality you had never imagined before, but yet somehow it makes sense. Like, yes, this is the way it is. You call out now to these enlightened beings who live in the star, and you realize that these are conscious, highly evolved beings who have lived at this vibration before you. And through the wormhole, you see yourself and your children and your children's children 10,000 years from now. Ah, those future children have a gift for you. And receiving it, you feel the bright white light of the stars within you. So you release that liquid curtain now and fly above the sun beams for a few moments, looking down. But just before you leave, I invite you to dive down into the golden liquid and scoop up a beakful of the center of the sun. And as you rise up once again, you see that your wings have turned to gold. All of you is gold. And you rise higher and higher now, out of the center of the sun and into the brilliant flames at the sun's surface. You fly out into the blackness of space with the vision of the earth before you. You see all the planets line up far out into space. But you head for the blue-green planet with your beak full of the tears of the sun. You enter Earth's atmosphere and fly over the towns and the cities and the villages, seeing the people and you giving them the sacred nourishment from your beak. You do this. You make a circle around the world. You do this faster than the speed of light. Because you are light, you are golden light, sharing this sacred nourishment of golden light. You fly back to your community, your family, and share with them as well. You notice that this gold, the more you share, is inexhaustible and does not diminish with the giving. This is a living fire and is what you bring back into your own chakra, your own luminous energy field. So now you land near your home and you step out of the ego, thanking her and breathing deeply now. Come back to this place and this time where you will share what you've learned in your own way and in your own timing. So I'm going to close the sacred space now, after which we will come back into ordinary space-time and can share a little if we feel like it. So if you want to join me in closing the space and rattling or drumming each of the directions, you can, or you can just sit. Pachamama, great mother, Terra Madre. Thank you, beautiful mother, for holding us so sweetly here on your belly tonight. For holding us for this ceremony and for holding and honoring and hearing our intention of healing for all of your children. Thank you, mother. Thank you, thank you. Hold. To the north. Spirits of the north, thank you for coming, all you great journeyers, for bringing ancestors, grandmothers, grandfathers, and the ancient ones to come and warm their hands by our fire tonight. Thank you for helping us find our right place in the circle of life. And we honor all those who've come before us and all those who will come after us, our children's children. Thank you. Aho. Into the east, spirits of the east, Thank you for coming. You come in the form of eagles and great condors because you are the connection with the source, our connection, reminding us that we fly wing to wing with the Great Spirit. Thank you for lifting us up high tonight. And we ask that in the coming days, you will keep our vision clear. Help us see the bigger picture and help us remember what it is we came here to do, what the next step is on our journey. Thank you. Thank you. Hope. Turning to the south, spirits of the south, great healer. Thank you. Great Sachamama, great luminous one, for wrapping us in coils of luminous light tonight, helping us to shed what is not serving us, and helping us to remember to walk in beauty and to be the beauty that we are in this world, and to walk gently on this great mother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We release you now and say, go in beauty. Oh, turning to the west, spirits of the west. Thank you, great jaguar. You who are the great protector, thank you for patting round this medicine space, creating a safe and a sacred space for this work tonight, this transmission. Thank you for helping us remember that you are the one who's seen the birth and the death of galaxies, and you know the way beyond death into new life and into rebirth. Help us and walk with us every day as we navigate this new time, this great transition. Thank you, and for being with us. Hope. Turning to the heavens above. Thanking all our teams of helping spirits, guides, mentors, teachers, healers, healing and ascension teams. Thank you. Thank you to all the realms of luminous ones, ascended masters, archangels, and all the avatars. Thank you. Thank you, Grandmother Moon, Father Sun, Star Nations. Thank you. Great, great Central Sun and great Inti Tai Tai. Thank you for lightening our days, for being the source of light and all ascension and evolution. Thank you for your connection, for our connection to our divine parents and to the great originator. Thank you for keeping that source connection alive for each of us as we move through this time, so we remember who we are and from whence we came and why we're here. Thank you. And thank you to the lineage of wisdom keepers, the Leka. Thank you to the great mountain spirits that hold this wisdom and protect us as well on the earth realm. Thank you. Thank you for this one more day to sing this song of life, to dance on this green earth. Thank you. We say aho, aho. So if there's no other comments or questions, I'd like us to end off tonight with a chant that I love, and I think we may have done it with Murdoch too, but I'll lead my version of it. And it's the chant, Gate, Gate, Paragate, Parasum Gate, Bodhi Shvaha. And I learned it with a chant master who sang, as opposed to just chanted. So I'm going to lead you on that song, and I invite you to just join in. If I can put the words in the chat. I don't know if that would help. Gate is Gatey, Gate, Tey. Gate, Gate, para, Gate, para samgate. And basically it's a death chant. Para samgate bodhi shvaha shvaha. I think that might be it. Anyway, my spelling may not be perfect, but at least you'll have something there. So it's in the chat now. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhi swaha. And it's a chant that talks about the process of transformation and going beyond. So gate, gate, beyond, beyond, parasamgate, gone way beyond. Um, and then bodhisattva is like bliss, enlightenment. And it reminds me of this sun journey for this Starkeeper Rite that you received tonight. So I would invite you to just play with that image and that experience that you had of flying like an eagle into the sun. As we chant this that says go beyond, go way beyond, go far beyond, and then bliss, enlightenment. Okay? You're with me? All right. Okay. So this is how I know it. Nice deep breath. Just letting go of all the talking. Another deep breath, just coming fully present. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhi svaha. Gate, gate, parasamgate, parasamgate, bodhi svaha. Gate, gate, paragate, 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 parasamgate, bodhi svaha. 3 more times. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhi svaha. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhi svaha. Last time. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhi svaha. So, wish you many blessings, the blessings of the new year, all the best that life can offer, what your deepest heart desires, and all of that will come to you in this year. Much love, and so many blessings. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight.
Thank you.
I just hope to see you at another circle, the next circle. Good night.
Thank
Good night.
you. Thank you. Good night.